Good morning, guys. So it's Saturday morning, and I'm going to carry on with the '08 GMC Sierra. Finished welding in my patch, so I'll get that done. There's quite a bit of work to do on this side of the box. The other side's not so bad. A little bit of surface rust, that's about it. I'm going to grab the camera and detail it a little bit more, what exactly I'm going to be doing. And yeah, so I'll just grab the camera right now. So the previous owner did a little touch up here, probably with a spray bomb on both sides, wheel houses. So I got to get rid of all of that stuff. There's also, it's like a clear wrap, if you can see the line of it. That's there to protect the paint, but I can't paint with that on there. That's got to come off. As far as there's a little bit of surface rust inside and on the lip, so I got to clean all of that up. Man, that sun is bright. This is why I turn the truck around, so I've got sunlight right where I'm working, so I can see what the hell I'm doing, because it was way too dark in that corner. As far as the factory decal goes, I'm going to clear right over it. You're not supposed to clear over decals, but I've done it before with factory ones, and I didn't have a problem. But with cheap aftermarket ones, not so much. They tend to just kind of crumple up and bubble. So we'll give it a shot, see what happens. I'll know on the first coat. So we'll go from there. That's this side of the box. As far as the doors go, all I've got is a little spot like this on each door in the bottom. We'll clean up as far as it goes. I see a little bit of maybe an issue there. We'll probably end up doing the whole bottom of the door, just blend it in, and I'll clear up to this line here. I don't want to get into going up and above and around and everything else. So I'll use my blender, that blending agent that I have, at this line, and then somewhere, I don't know, over here somewhere. And that means I'm going to have to take these letters off. It is what it is. I'll have to get some 3M tape to put them back on. Yeah, and that's about it, I guess. Pretty much same thing for the other side as well, except this side has a rocker done. So I am going to take the door off to do the rocker, but I'm going to put it back on when I go to paint. So like I said, there you go. You got the same touch up all the way around, but there's no rust out on this side, so we're good. Again, another little spot on the door. Where is it? Right down here. So, and there's a spot here that was touched up. And we also have a spot, where was that? Was it on this side or the other side? It's on the other side. One little spot right here. So, tail lights have to come out, of course. Mud flaps, as I said. And yeah, so that's the job. So I'm just going to go at it. I'm going to finish welding this in first, because now I've got to fabricate this line again, like I did in the Dodge Ram a couple videos ago. So yeah, do what we got to do. There's a little spot of rust right here. So we're going to come up, we're going to blend, past this, up around this line here. So yeah, that's the job. So I'm just going to get at it. I came across a bit of a problem here because of this stupid flat panel. I'll never get one of these again, man. Anyway, it's really in here. So, I don't want to hammer this side in to make it flush, because that'll be just way too much filler. I'm thinking, how the hell do I pull that out? And it hit me, grab the stinger and do that. So if I weld a couple of studs here, I should be able to pull that metal out and sort of follow the same kind of shape, at least to start anyway. And then from there, well, the rest will have to be built out with like this body line with filler around. So it is what it is. But yeah, never one of these again. But it's coming along, so yeah, get the stinger out and see how that works. All right, I'm going to try something a little different with the stinger. I'll show you that in a second. So I've never used this tool. All it does is it slides onto the stud, and then you just lock it back. So it locks back, that grips the stud, and you just pull by hand instead of using the slide hammer. Moving a little bit. Like I said, it's the first time I've used this like this, and the advantage of this is when you use the slide hammer, it sort of makes a dimple outwards, and then you gotta mess around with it. Geez, it's pretty close. Okay. Huh. I'll have to consider using this again. And we just have to tap it in just a touch. I can live with that. Not bad. Hey guys, it's Sunday morning. You know, yesterday I had a hell of a time getting anything done. I had 7 people here with their cars and trucks looking to get estimates. So, you know, I just wasn't able to get to work. So I'm gonna have to set aside one day or something for people to come, and that's it. Instead of, you know, stopping every 10 minutes to go look at a rusty truck. So I didn't quite finish this, and there's a couple of wide gaps here. I was a little sloppy with my trim job here. So for the wider gaps, I'm going to use one of these. And some people use these to hang clothes up with, you know, jackets and shirts and stuff. I don't own anything that's worth hanging. As you can tell, you know, I'm not a fashion conscious kind of guy. So I'm going to use this like a rod, like a welding rod. All I got to do is I'll snip it, and I'll clean the coating off with some sandpaper, and yeah, we'll weld up these bigger gaps, and I'll show you how it all works. So yeah, I might as well set up the camera and get after it. All right. So you see how shiny it is now, cleaned up. If you leave that, there's a plastic coating on these things, and you know, so it doesn't stain clothes and stuff. And my tip is terrible. You got to get that off, or it just spits and sputters all over the place. Bunch of slag on my tip. So there we go. Now this gap was about 3/16 of an inch. So, you know, the coat hanger thing works. Gives you just that extra material to fill it up quick. And yeah, it flows out pretty good. So I actually saw this on, what was it, Bad Chad from out in the East Coast. He uses this trick all the time. And I thought I'd give it a shot. It works well. So there you go. So I don't want to generate too much heat at one time, so I'm going to move around. I've got a couple other spots. Like there's a pretty big gap right there. And this one down here is huge. So yeah, we're going to be using probably the better part of a whole coat hanger on this one. But yeah, I should have taken a little more time in fitting my patch, but whatever. Steel is steel, and you can always build it and fill it in. All right, so I'm done welding this thing in. Yeah, I had about a 3/8 gap down here. It was cut it way short, but the coat hanger thing fixed me up, no problem. I got to remove this this cover coating here, this wrap, clear wrap, whatever that is. And my buddy was just here, and we were taking a look. And notice this. So both corners, I guess it's from taking the cab on and off. So the cap's got to come off. I got to fix that, which means these decals got to come off too. So just for shits and giggles, my buddy went online and saw it. He ordered them. They're $12 for the pair, delivered to the door. Be here on Tuesday. So why mess around trying to not get paint on them and shit? I'll just take them off and put new ones on. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead, take my sander and finish cleaning all this shit off all the way around. Get that rust down below inside the wheelhouse, front and back, and peel the decals off and that, and we should be ready to move over to the other side and get that one ready for primer. The other side is just clean this up. There's no rust repair at all, just the rocker. So we'll have the box done probably tomorrow, but yeah, it's all good. So we're just gonna keep on trucking, so to speak. All right, so I got a corner started with the razor blade. Yeah, it's gonna come off in pieces. Damn it. Probably work a little better if I put a heat gun on it. Anyway, once I do get this off, I'll wash the spot down with thinners. The other piece of plastic coating that's on there, I also started that with the razor blade, and this one comes off quite a bit easier, I believe. There we go. Sweet. And if you look at this, just to show you what that plastic coating does, I don't know if you can see the difference in the color. That's the original paint there. That's how much it's kind of faded over the years. I guess these are, this plastic stuff's UV resistant or whatever. So it's probably a cool idea to put that on. Apparently you can buy those little patches and stick them on front and back. Keep it from getting sandblasted and whatever. Anyway, I'm going to finish stripping all this. I'll clean up whatever glue's left behind with some thinner or wax and grease remover or whatever. And yeah, finish sanding this thing up. All right, so this side of the box is pretty much prepped and ready to go. The only other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use my stinger again on the bigger part of this to try and pull it out a little bit. So I've got that same curve as I do here. I'm hoping it'll come out. It'll just cut down on the amount of body filler I need, and I don't like to put it on too thick. So, and in here, I'm going to get in here with a wire brush after and get that some undercoating or whatever. This here, all of this stuff, I'm going to end up spraying with rust converter. Same thing here, the wheelhouse, we'll finish taking that up. So just all the way around the whole lip here, we'll get it all done. Inside the wheel well, the wheelhouse, it'll all be done with, like I said, either an undercoating or something to look after any of this rust. It's just right at the bottom on both front and back. So we'll clean that up real quick with a wire brush wheel or something and get her sealed up. So there were a couple little specks there, and you know, sand them out and feather them out with the dual action sander. And yeah, I used a heat gun. I ended up using a heat gun on this and peeled right off like no problem. So yeah, once I pull that out a little bit, I'll dick around with it maybe tonight or tomorrow, but then we can start doing some body filler work and see if we can recreate this body line that's here. So I don't see a problem. So yeah, there you go. That's about all I have time for in today's video. You know, overall this truck's in pretty good shape. Where it was touched up with a spray bomb all the way around the wheelhouse. I mean, got it to shiny metal. So yeah, no other holes or nothing like that. It was just a little bit of surface rust. So overall, this is a pretty good truck, pretty good box. The other side of the box is like maybe a quarter of the work. There's no welding to do or anything like that. No real putty work to do. So we'll make pretty quick work of that. And then we'll get on the rocker. And once that's all done, dialed in, I get this cap off. Yeah, we can finish prepping this thing and get it ready for paint. So I don't know, today's Sunday, so it should be done by Thursday, I would think, the latest. Yeah, so anyway, if you like the content, please subscribe, tell your friends, and you know, don't be shy, leave comments down below, like the channel and all those good things. And yeah, I'm down to what, I need 167 new subscribers to get me to 3,000. So help me get there, please. I'd appreciate it. And if you're not doing anything else, get out in the garage and build something, man. Later, guys.